Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in this video we are going to study about the interaction diagram and various types of it. Basically these diagrams are used in the UML and it is used to establish the communications between the objects, or I can say when the objects are communicating between themselves, it does not manipulate the data associated with that particular path. Or the other thing I can say that it mostly focuses on the message passing, and it also displays how the object will realize the particular requirements of a system. So majorly what do we understand in interaction diagram? That it shows the communication between the object, and it shows focuses on the message passing. So the critical components in the interaction diagrams is the lifelines and the messages. Alright guys, now let's come to the different types of interaction diagram. Majorly we are having three types: collaboration diagram, sequence diagram and timing diagram. Although we are going to study only two diagrams in this video, sequence diagram and the collaboration diagram. So before going into their details, let's know what is the purpose of the interaction diagram. As we all know that it is used to observe the dynamic behavior of the system, which visualize the communication and the sequence of message passing in the system. So when we are talking about the message passing in the interaction diagram, what interaction diagram focuses on? It focuses on the lifeline and the messages. Okay, so when we are talking about the lifeline is a particular, or I can say it's a single participant, or I can say it represents a role which is having a various attributes. Like we are having attributes in my class diagram as well. We are having attributes for lifeline such as name, type and selector. Okay, whereas when we are talking about message, it is a specific type of communication between a two lifelines, or in general it is a specific type of communication between the two person or a message. Okay, so these messages involve various activities. I can say that how the operation call message can be taken, how to create an instance, how a message to destroy an instance, or sending a signal. So for all these activities we do have a different kind of messages in our diagrams. Those messages are synchronous message, asynchronous message, return message, found message, object creation, object destruction, lost message, and various other types of messages which we are going to discuss. Now let's get into the detail of collaboration diagram. For before understanding collaboration diagram, we should be known that what collaboration term is all about. I can say that it is a collection of named objects and the actors with the links connecting them to perform some task, or I can say it is a set of participants and the relationship that are meaningful for a given set of purposes. So we do have various notations to create a diagram. So the very first notation is the object, which is represented by an object symbol showing the name of the object and its class underlined by the colon. So this is the syntax how we define object name and a class name in a collaboration diagram. Although not all the classes need to appear, and an object class can be at the unspecified. It's not necessary that objects can be unnamed and you should name them. Or we can say that collaboration diagram with objects first and specifies their classes later. Next is the actor. Actors are normally an actor which is used as the invoker of the interactions. Each actor is named and has a role, and the actor will be the initiator of the use case also. Third is the link. We talk about link is between the connection of the objects and the association which we are showing. It can be considered as a relationship among the objects. Fourth is messages. Again, it is a communication between the objects and the information flow between them. Now let's see the steps for creating the collaboration diagram, where we are having, I have already written the fourth step major concern, that first we need to identify the behavior whose realization and implementation is need to be specified, and next the structure elements which consist of the class, role, object, subsystem necessarily to carry out the functionalities of the collaboration. Alright. Third, we model the structural relationship between those elements to produce a diagram. Fourth is consider the alternative scenarios that may be required, which includes the instance level collaboration diagram, or optional draw a specification level which summarizes the alternative scenario diagram. Okay, now let's see the collaboration diagram example. We can see that it's a small reservation in a hotel we are making and writing, trying to draw the collaboration diagram where we are having the object. So here the object is a window and user interface is a class, which, so the very first step, first message is the make reservation, after which another object, a hotel chain, a chain, hotel chain is again a class name, and a chain is a object name. And the next message we are doing is a make reservation, and in hotel after that it will check is having a room, and if it is reserved then we will get the confirmation message. Okay, so this is the, I can say that this is a majorly a small example for a collaboration diagram where we are using a simple message and a self link as well. We will more understand what is self link in next slides. Now let's get into the detail of the sequence diagram. So basically for creating sequence diagram we do need some notations. So the very first notation we talking about here is actor, which is representing a type of role. So here is the example I have shown. In this example user is the actor and we are having these two lifelines where user is inserting a card, selecting a date, and the theater 2 is offering a seat where user is submitting the order and the order is confirmed from the server. Now we have already talked about what lifeline is. Let's see that it is a individual participants, I have told in already, and it is a standard in UML for naming a lifeline in the format that is instance name colon class name. So x colon class 1, here x is the object, or I can say a instance, whereas class 1 is the class name. Now we do have a difference between the lifeline and an actor. How? So the lifeline always portrays an object internal to the system, whereas actors are used to depict object external to the system. So again I am showing you the example over here. Suppose we are having some bank system. So the customer is the external user, which will be considered as the actor, whereas bank is the internal, or I can say lifeline of the system. And so customer checks the balance to the bank and bank tells us the balance amount. Now let's understand the messages. As we have already discussed that these are the communication between the objects using the messages. We do have a different kinds of messages, as I have already shown you in this diagram that we are having various kinds of messages. So the very first message is the synchronous message. So it is a message who waits for a reply before the interaction can move forward, whereas asynchronous message does not wait for a reply from the receiver. And the create message is used to initiate a new object in a diagram, and a delete message is used to delete a particular instance of or I can say used to delete an object, whereas a self message there are the certain scenarios where the objects need to send the self message. So such messages are known as this. So consider a scenario that we are having a laptop and the device want to access its webcam. So such kinds of messages are known as the self message. Next is the reply message. These are used to show the messages being sent from the receiver to the sender. And after that we are having the lost and found message as well. We can discuss it later. Okay, let's understand the example how a sequence diagram example can be taken. Suppose we are having a user and a device and a database. So we are sending various messages from the user to device and device to the database, and we do have a self message over here, that is the access webcam. This is the self message we are using. So in next upcoming video we will be more understand with the example of the sequence and the collaboration diagram. So that's all for this video. Thank you. I hope you liked my video. If yes, then please don't forget to like and comment, and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you.